So 4 times they traded blows. Last year, Brisbane won this corresponding game last year. And then it was the Cowboys, then it was Brisbane in the finals, but then it was the Cowboys in the one that mattered. Corey Parker. So Cowboys will run right to left. They'll run towards the Caxton Street end. A colourful night at Suncorp. So Kyle Felt to kick off.
Keep behind it.
Jared Sutton is the main referee.
You ready, Rabs?
I'm ready. We are underway. Brisbane versus the Cowboys. Grand final rematch. It's underway. To the 20-metre line with Brisbane's first carry. Now for Alex Glenn.
Up now, James.
25 metres out from the Brisbane line. They're running down towards the Milton Road end of this ground. A ground that there's still some vacant seats, but they're probably coming out of functions that are being held in and around the stadium. But we're thinking that some new figures are going to be set here crowd-wise tonight as Gillette takes a run and now goes to Blair, and Blair will take it to the middle of the ground. He plays the ball back for McCulloch to come right side to Ben Hunt, and he kicks, and down low, what a beautiful take that is by Lachlan Coote. He's been in superb form, the youngster from Penrith originally, now for Antonio Winterstein. 25 metres out from his own line. Cowboys getting their first set of the night. Canterbury big winners in the opening game today down at ANZ. Matt Scott rumbles it up beyond the 40-metre line. He's held there by Alex Glenn, who debuted with Darius Boyd in round 1 against the Cowboys in 2009. Again with Coote, and then from the dummy half, Cooper gone to the right foot of Thurston, rakes the ball back and down, and it finds the line around about the 20s.
Well, very much safety first sets from both teams. Good pressure on Jonathan Thurston there, the kicker. He cradles that right elbow, a bit of a concern for him after he's hit there by James Roberts. But we have the ingredients, don't we? Wonderful atmosphere, huge crowd, and what looks like a very fast playing surface. He's all there.
Is he okay?
It's Jonathan Thurston.
He's okay.
He's fine.
Okay. So the scrum won by Brisbane back on their 20-metre line. And taking it away is Jordan Kahu. Watching the warm-up, he'll more than likely take the kicking duties, I would imagine. Play just inside the 40-metre line now as McCulloch unloads, and it's taken up towards halfway here by Darius. Darius Boyd playing it on the halfway stripe. This is Eden, who came down here from the mother country, looking for opportunity, and he's got another one tonight with Corey Oates out of the game. Here's Corey Parker with Tamo shrouding him together with Koss Jason. And now Milford puts a little kick in, and again this kid at the back. Lachlan Coote. He's had a power of work to do in the opening 3.
That's a good set by Brisbane. Interesting to note, they had a fullback hit it up and then a winger. Not because the forwards were tired, we're only 5 minutes into the match, because they were keen, they want to get involved.
Here's Antonio Winterstein. So they swing it to the co-captain, Matt Scott. And now for Jason Taumalolo, 112 kilograms of it. He's only a kilogram lighter than James Tamo. As I said, he's a birthday boy coming up on Wednesday. As the ball goes onto the boot again of Thurston. It's not high, but it bounces friendly, and Boyd is coming out to play the ball just inside the 30-metre line. They play it back to Milford. Boyd not happy with the tackler. That's Miranda. He scored 4 tries against the Cowboys, Lachlan Miranda, in last year's matches.
He's nearly bowled the referee over here, Lachlan Miranda, in his haste to get a quick tap going, to no avail.
Brad Fittler is doing sideline duty, as only Brad Fittler can do.
And it's an absolute pleasure today, Ray, to be doing sideline duty. Mate, currently 24 degrees. There is not a drop of mildew anywhere on this field. The pitch is firm and fast. It is just footy at its best.
Does it get mouldy out there with the mildew?
No moisture at all.
Here's Glenn.
Nil.
Here's Glenn poking his chest through. And now for Parker and then to Maguire. So Josh will play the ball 15 metres out from the line. A chance for Brisbane. Parker, Milford, cut-out ball, goes astray and into touch. So the Cowboys come from under the pressure.
Well, it's one of their pet plays. They love going down the left-hand side with that play, but everyone overran it. And into touch, so not the best result. Pretty ordinary pass. Didn't find its mark.
No, it went in between either of the intended receivers in Jordan Kahu or Darius Boyd.
Darius Lachlan in. Shot clock off. Hold, man. Out.
So O'Neill playing the ball 15 metres away from the Cowboys line.
Up the up end.
It must have been like a dream come true for Justin O'Neill. I remember watching their first game of the year last year. He had an absolute nightmare of a night. And of course they've gone on to win the premiership. It's hard to imagine what the difference in thoughts were from opening night of last year to the closing night of last year for Justin O'Neill. Now it is Ethan Lowe who plays the ball, getting out towards halfway, and the Coot, she decides to put the kick low down the middle, and it's Miranda who'll bring it away. So Lachlan to play the ball just inside 20.
Well, it's really like a game of chess, isn't it? The teams looking to get into the best positions. They've lost a pawn or two each, but a little between them at the moment. Game being played between the 20-metre zones as Curry for Gillett. Here's a strong one over his own 40.
I don't think I've seen a game of chess played in front of 50,000 odd.
Been in Russia, eh?
Fair enough. Here's Milford.
Boris Spassky and Bobby Fischer.
Boris Parker. Enough. You win, I lose. Parker in the middle to the right side. It's a wide blind side, and Brisbane have gone straight through, and that was Roberts. Here's Hunt now joining in. He'll play at 11 out. Ball taken, penalty. Brisbane. Penalty in front of the sticks.
And that's what Brisbane fans have been waiting for a month, Ray, is James Roberts to get some space. He got a lovely inside pass, found some room, and used his speed to get through. Had an offload to Hunt, and they're taking the 2 points. Safety first by the Bronx. This has become a bit of a habit, hasn't it?
Yeah,
in the modern game, we didn't used to do it happen 5-6 years ago, but now everyone's taking the 2 points.
We've seen it a lot this season, Paul, and the funny thing is, as we see James Roberts, who hasn't found much open space at all in the opening month, Brisbane fans would love to see more of that. But the Brisbane team were probably the first one to really shun taking points under Wayne Bennett. No way Alan Langer was ever going to...
Yeah. It's tap it and go, eh? That's what they used to do. This is a gimme.
That was a terrible impersonation.
I'll turn it up.
So Corey Parker taking the kick. So Jordan Kahu has thrown me a dummy in the practice session. And why shouldn't this veteran for the Broncos and captain raise the flags for the first points of this game, this much anticipated game. Parker gets 2. Ball lands in that crowd down at the Milton Road end. That result today earlier, comprehensive. It was a bulldozing performance by the Dogs, 42-12.
Yeah, it's very unlikely we're going to see anything like that tonight, and taking those points is a sign of respect also from the Brisbane Broncos or North Queensland. Points won't be easy to come by tonight. You take them when they're on offer.
So Felt again, he's got the Pat Richards ability to send it very high. And it does some awkward things for the catcher. And it'll be played by Darius. 15 metres out from his line. They're coming down the central corridor with Maguire. And they're just inside the 30-point. When he's made to play the ball, tackled by Jason. They're starting the games pretty regularly with
40-20, right?
It's a 40-20 it is.
What a kick.
That is a magnificent kick.
Wait for a whistle.
That is a magnificent kick.
Down.
Well, he's been watching Josh Hodgson down in Canberra.
Wait for the
And
whistle.
that was very
Wait for the
deliberate,
whistle.
caught everybody by surprise. Most importantly, North Queensland, here we go.
So Adam Blair, who's been in wonderful form himself, 12 metres out from the Cowboys line. It's 2-0 in favour of the Broncos. And Parker has got an offload in him. You don't need to be told. There it is. Out the back, McCulloch onto Maguire. Maguire taken by Lowe and Jason. So they're a metre out. Get a foot on the line. Penalty. Jared Sutton gives it to Brisbane. Talking of 40-20s, can you believe the Cowboys have got a triple goal boot winner, a 4 times Dally M winner, and they haven't kicked a 40-20 since 2012.
Oh,
We'll take a break. They're going to take a kick.
Sorry? Yeah. Well, no, but it makes it easier for us if you just do that. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Matt, I can't talk to you now. I will after.
So back at Suncorp Stadium here in Brisbane on this Good Friday night.
yeah, I'm not sure about this decision, Pete. I mean, they the 40-20, they had the ball, they had another fresh set of 6 at the North Queensland side, and under some pressure, and it's a bit of a let-off for North Queensland, if you ask me. But
Yeah.
it'll be 4-0, but still.
I don't think the Cowboys are that disappointed. I'm with you, Paul. I think they'd be quite happy to see this one instead of going 8-0 down, possibly. I love the 40-20. One of the best innovations in our game in recent seasons, or it's been in a while now. It is the perfect example of risk and reward.
So Parker to raise the flags again, and that he does. So 4-0 to score, and again to the sideline, Bradley.
Oh, it's not Josh Hodgson, the Canberra Raiders, the only hooker that can kick a 40-20. Andrew McCulloch just smoked that straight off the centre of the ball. Talk about the centre, James Roberts. Now, he got brought into the game by bringing him back on the inside, and the whole Cowboys defence was all favouring for him to get on his outside with his speed. And once again, they emptied Gillette to take him to the other side to give him another shot at Kane Leonard. Don't be surprised if they keep going to him all different ways, but he utilised his speed against a bigger man, Leonard.
This is Maguire.
Yeah, Josh Maguire needs to be a little bit careful in thrashing out when he's being held down, as he was with Rory Jason at the other end.
Here it is here.
It's Jordan Carr here now, 25 out from his own line.
So McCulloch, 40-20 again by his name. 35 metres out from the Brisbane line. And again, it was McCulloch who showed the ball to Adam Blair, but decided to take the artillery up the middle. Now goes onto the right foot of Hunt, and he drives it down low, and Winterstein throws a long torpedo ball over to Coote. And Lachlan goes to ground back on his 20-metre line. So possession at the moment running 67% in favour of the Broncos. So you expect to lead by something. And 4-0 is the score after nearly 14 minutes. And the kick for touch off the boot of Lachlan Coote.
And in that 14 minutes, reflection of that possession, I can't remember the Cowboys having a play the ball in the Broncos' 20-metre zone. They should get there towards the end of this set.
Jason, as I said, starting these days, and Granville coming from the bench and basically plays the last hour. Thurston turning the ball on the inside for Taumalolo. So Tamo puts his hand up on the right-hand side, with the other bookend, takes it on the left, and played by Scott, because Jason gets Tamo running on the right, loses the ball, and no knock on. Loose carry against Tamo.
Yeah, I think
Gillett will play the ball, Paul.
Tried to offload in traffic there, Ray. One of the best props in the game, just tried for that extra effort. All went wrong.
It's Kahu with that previous run, and Alex Glenn now. 20 metres in from that eastern side of Suncorp. Milford then to the 40, on to Hunt, second man, Boyd, back now for Roberts. And James Roberts to play the ball on halfway over on our side, the western side of the ground. Now for Maguire, and he's met by Scott. They throw some heavy defence in on Maguire, which is a tribute to him, really. Now Hunt, he's got them moving on the blind side. Oh, he got a ball to Boyd. And Darius, I think, just for a moment took his eyes off what was happening.
Yeah, we know the danger of Ben Hunt when he throws that dummy, but North Queensland didn't fall for it. Gavin Cooper was around his legs, and no doubt Darius Boyd wasn't expecting it that quickly. A couple of errors sneaking into both teams' performance at the moment. So Derek Young only 2-1. So
Well, they're now saying it's a Brisbane feed. Got a call from someone in the bunker, maybe.
Shot clock off. Shot clock off. Let's form up, boys.
So there must have been a hand in there, I'm assuming.
Form up. Form up, Matt. Head in, Lachlan.
First touch was from James Tamo.
Yeah.
Okay, they cleared that up. The scrum won by Brisbane, and Boyd is 25 away. Down the middle of the ground here at Suncorp. Parker. That's how far out they are. Blair it is. He stands in a three-man tackle, shaped to offload. Then they wrapped it up. They put a net around it, and Blair plays the ball. McCulloch, long to Hunt, long to Milford. Milford steps off his left foot. Cowboys tested over there. O'Neill and Taumalolo, the defenders. Parker, well, he dummies to Maguire, and then unloads out the back. McCulloch for Milford, a juggle. Regathers, gives it to Maguire, and he's put down 10 out. This is 5. This is their last, and it's Hunt. He goes away for Gillett. Gillett's over the line. Is he held up?
I think Lachlan Coote has done a magnificent job here of turning Matt Gillett, although the Brisbane players are very confident.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Pete. The crowd down that end, they went up. Just at the last second, they went up. So they saw something.
Well, it was an ordinary set, but they've turned it into a great finish possibly here. Thurston low, Coote takes Gillett high, and he deliberately tries to turn him. And looked like he'd done it, but we're going to get a different view, or a better view, from the bunker, no doubt. But from the reaction of the Brisbane players, which is generally a good sign, they are very, very confident they've got the opening try.
Good player, Matt Gillett, running a great line there. With the size of the bloke, he's 110 kilos, 6'3", and just the effort then to just keep persevering and get the ball down. There it goes.
Need to ensure that Broncos maintain possession of the ball.
So they're having a look at whether they maintain possession of the ball. It would have been in the dying seconds of the contest between Gillett and Coote.
I think it's got there. I don't think there's a lot of downward pressure on it, but it's there, and it cradled in his arm, and it's hit the line.
Well, don't forget, call on field.
Still looking to ensure that Broncos retain possession on the way to the ground.
Is a try.
So I think in the end it's cradled there in his left arm.
Well, it goes from his right arm to his left arm, so it's actually changed hands. Again, most importantly, the on-field call is try.
think he's had contact at all times.
Yeah, I think he's maintained possession at all stages.
First
If we
thing
look at
he
camera
wants to do
11
is
in the
point to
bottom left
skies.
and camera 6 in the bottom right, we can see that Broncos have lost possession of the ball at this point, and it's in contact with the defender.
Oh,
No
Have a
try.
decision and going to the board.
No try.
he's going to rule knock on. He didn't retain possession and has touched one of the defenders. And so there is the decision.
And most of the Brisbane players have to come back about 80 metres because they were certain.
They're looking at different angles to what you can see there, but his arm comes away from the ball and it touches a defender, so that's lost. We're out to the 20.
Yeah, well, I couldn't see that.
No, they're looking at different angles to what was rolling there.
As I say, it was a poor set leading up to that nice interplay between Ben Hunt and Matt Gillett.
Gee, you've got to be.
I thought he always maintained possession. He almost transferred it from his right arm across his body to his left arm. I don't think it ever left his body, to me.
Got to be quick to pick it up. It's if there's anything to pick up. But anyway, it's been turned down. So great work, you've got to say, by Lachlan Coote, but here's the downside.
Forward pass from dummy half.
Forward pass from the acting half. So Brisbane will go immediately back on the attack. It happens so many times, this dummy half pass. This time it was cost Jason. That you see in the game so many times. The dummy half pass often is forward. One of the more common mistakes we see in the game today as the big men try to grab every available centimetre. So this is Kahu over there, 20 metres out. And Brisbane running down towards the southern end of the ground with Adam Blair. McCulloch taken by Tarmo, who reacted quickly for a big man, James Tarmo. Blair now for Parker, back now to Hunt, and he's safely taken by the Cowboys defence. 12 metres out from the line now. McCulloch and Maguire and Parker. Try line, you can see up on the top right-hand corner. And here's Milford, he held it out, shoulder, got it to Boyd to Kahu. Kahu short. Tackle counters it, exhausted. So well done, Cowboys.
Yeah, really good there from Kyle Felt and Justin O'Neill. Looks certain to score. They might lead by 4 and they might have all the possession as Kyle Felt brings it out, but there's a distinct lack of fluency in the Brisbane attack at the moment.
Yeah, this has been some effort by the North Queensland Cowboys, a great defensive effort. They haven't been in the opposing team's 20 yet. They've had about 25% possession, and Brisbane haven't yet scored a try 20 minutes into the match.
That possession count is extraordinarily high, 68% of possession to the Broncos, and there's a quarter of the game gone, and they've only got 4 points to show from it. Here's Taumalolo now, putting the speed on, and 15 metres into opposition territory, tackled in opposition 20, 14 times the Broncos, none for the Cowboys. Scott Thurston inside Taumalolo. He ran into a dead end, he ran into the rump of Tarmo. Cost Jason there. Thurston with it, they're inside the 20 now. Eden does well, although he got a very good bounce. Finds an opening, peels his way through it. And now for Moranto. So Lachlan, 25 metres out from his own line. Friday night, good Friday night football on the 9 Network. Roberts is through, blinding pace, gone to Milford, gone inside the 20. The little bloke, he's been tripped, he might still get there, he does. Second effort, momentum, Milford scores. Roberts ran the first 40 metres like a
pure speed. James Robert makes the break. And Anthony Milford, that's who you want looming up alongside you.
Bernie, tackle 3, try. Want to look for any contact on Milford in the act of scoring.
Okay, well, there's no problem with the scoring. It's contact from the defender we're looking at.
We're talking about the possibility of an 8-pointer.
Need to confirm that Broncos ground the ball.
He's worried about Winterstein on Milford. Now, there's nothing wrong with what Antonio did there.
Yeah, I think it was there. He's just had one more roll on top of him.
He's had another go, did he?
No drama of it. Brilliant stuff from James Roberts.
That's 2 breaks he's made, Paul.
Yeah, a simple take up. Take it up, James.
We've reviewed the grounding. Now need to confirm that there's no foul play from a defender.
So there you go.
And went straight through, and Milford, he had a couple of guys coming at him, but he found another gear. He just clicked it up a bit, Rabs. Great ankle tap from JT. There's nothing wrong with this.
There's any foul play from a defender.
Brad Fittler pointed out how effective the outside backs
to the board
have been for Brisbane, bringing it out from their own end, and that was the case again there. Eventually James Roberts got a touch. Green light.
Well, they're not taking this one off them. Welcome back. We're at Suncorp Stadium. We're joined here by probably around 50,000 people. And they're quite thrilled. The bulk of them, of course, the Broncos are leading. And having a try denied just a few minutes back for Matt Gillett. Not so for Anthony Milford. He's got himself a fair one. This corresponding game last year, Brisbane won 44-22 and led 32-6 at half-time. Parker converts the Milford try. 10-zip. Brad. Where's the boundary rider? Are you there?
Yes, I am. Pretty smart coaching by Wayne Bennett. Early in the game, bring James Roberts into the game. Brought him on the inside. He streaks up through the middle, finds one of the halves, Ben Hunt, and this time he does it on his own. Big surge at the line. He goes through Taumaloa, the biggest bloke on the field. And then none other when you like to see him pop up, Anthony Milford. But I'm sure Wayne Bennett has seen a look in James Roberts' eye. He knows he's on tonight.
So this is Josh Maguire now. 15 metres out from Brisbane's line, which is down the famous Caxton Street end of the ground. He's a little bit wounded here, Matt Gillett. Now for Blair with that big mop of hair. Rocking around in the tackle, and he's lost the ball. So here's a chance for the Cowboys. Gillett looks like he's copped one in the ear. Look at this as the tackle. Oh, it's a head clash with Cost Jason.
Yeah, it really takes the wind out of your sails. It's so important that when you score points to get to the kick on the next set from the restart. Because you know the opposition are a bit deflated. You've just invited them back in now as they win the scrum. Cost Jason from lock picks it up and finds Morgan.
So the Cowboys have only been down here. This is the second time in the game, which is now almost 25 minutes old. So they're on the 20-metre line down the middle. Cost Jason shows it to Scott, but he's taken by Boyd. Thurston organising Cooper, who rides shotgun for him. Here is Thurston. He goes back into Scott. Thurston now goes to the right-hand side, pushing Taumaloa away. Cost Jason to Thurston, and he goes inside the Taumaloa. So Thurston's now pushed further to the right, As we come back to Coote, who rolls it in. It's gone dead.
Cut. Goal line drop out.
Aranta making the ball dead. It's a goal line dropout.
Well, this is what North Queensland are very good at. Remaining patient and maintaining pressure. First time they've been down here at that set of 6. We've got Jake Granville out there now, and I'll be looking for something out from him out of dummy half against maybe some tiring forwards.
Behind it. 5 seconds, Ben.
So Ben Hunt, my goodness, this is a hell of a drop kick. It's gone 58 metres on the fly. And Taumalo's doing the same, flying back. With the pigskin under his arm. 35 away from the line then. Scott. And tackled 5 times in opposition, 20 the Cowboys against 14. And here's Cooper working with his outside backs. On the left of the ground, Winterstein. Cooper dummy half. Coote at first. Showed it to Taumalo. Went to Morgan. 12 metres out from the line. Granville is on in 9. Taumalo for Thurston. Low. Taken down by 3 Broncos. Thurston off his left foot. Goes back to Morgan. Eaton is there again. And he didn't get the ball to ground. He has now. He's been in possession. There's no doubt about that. He might have got a friendly bounce or two, but you can't do any more than Greg Eaton has done. Wow.
Oh, you're getting whacked. Now Friday into his first session.
So Sam Friday on Good Friday.
Matt Scott hurt in that tackle. He's getting up very gingerly, limping back with that left ankle.
So Hunt it is, winding Parker up. And Parker, Brisbane just able to make a couple of line breaks that indicate that all of this defence and lack of time in possession is taking its toll a little bit on some of these Cowboys, although they may well be a superbly fit side. Keep in mind that since the grand final, they've been on the road quite a bit. Incredibly, with the same 17 players. This is the 7th match in a row. They've used the same 17. Low running off Scott now. 20 metres out. And a penalty goes to the Cowboys. Second effort against the defender.
You flopped.
Saying got McCulloch for a flop. A tough penalty. They're sizing it up now, the Cowboys. They're starting to play better, the Cowboys. A bit more possession. The passes are starting to hit the mark.
61% now against 39. And here is Scott. He's recovered from that ankle pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
Dr. Sterling fixed him. Now it's Granville waiting, looking, counting. Cost Jason still in the game. And Cost Jason will play the ball 3 metres out from the Caxton Street line. It's on the ground, it's okay. Thurston to Lowe. Ethan Lowe spins out of one. Held by Kahu. Almost defrocks him as he tackles him, and here's Granville! Granville's over for the Cowboys. The Premiers have scored.
And that's why Paul Green starts with Rory Cost-Jason in the early exchanges, so he can bring this man on and catch out a little bit of fatigue in the opposition defence. He's sharp, isn't he, Jake Granville? He sees that there's only one player down the short side. He could have passed him. Kyle Felt may have scored as well on the Harvey Norman replay. But Jake Granville, he's been out there a couple of minutes and straight away had a big impact.
Well, there's this very talented number 9. In fact, haven't we got a wealth of them? But this man is called Jake Granville, who made his first grade debut for Brisbane back in 2013. He was born in Rockhampton. He played with brothers Rockhampton, and I think he played under Paul Green's coaching in Wynnum Manly's Intrust Super Cup.
Yeah, Rabs, in 2011 I watched a lot of the Intrust Super Cup, and he was playing fullback for Wynnum Manly, but in attack Paul Green used him from dummy half. It was very, very interesting and very innovative, and it worked sensationally for Wynnum. They won the comp that year. Yeah. And he was fantastic, Jake Granville, and he's carried it on under Paul Green now.
He won a few tournaments, Paul Green, coaching Wynnum Manly. And here's Jonathan bringing it back with perfect draw.
Too good.
Can you bring them back like that these days, Brad?
Only with a 1 wood, Rabs, only with a 1 wood. Now, if you look at the Broncos' defence, if you come at them with set plays, they will just swallow you up all game. Their online defence is brilliant. The ball hit the ground here. Ethan Lowe end up scrapping away, and Granville just out of the box. Kahu was actually offside. It was the fact that he just wanted to score. A lot like Penrith last week. A lot of offload, a lot of ad-lib play, and it really unsettled the Broncos. You can't just come with set plays.
Why didn't Jonathan just do that in the grand final last year when he wouldn't have to go to extra time? He could have brought it round like that. Matt Scott brings it back.
Reminds me, I never got played any overtime for that. 10 metres out from their own line now, the Cowboys.
I reckon that's a game you would have done for nothing.
You're absolutely right. What a memory. What a memory. Hammond. 35. Oh, gee, there's a Bronco down. Can't identify him at the moment. It might be Jordan, isn't it? It's come from Hammond, got to Thurston, then to Cooper. Cooper tries to work his way through. Yeah, it is. It's Jordan Kahu who's down way back on the 20-metre line. Thurston kicks. It bounces down towards Eden. And here he comes, Greg Eden now. He's met there and pulled down by Cos Jason, and now they're going to stop it for this injured player.
He hasn't moved. He lay on his face for the first minute, and they finally rolled him over.
It's Ben Hannon.
Well, it's just impact, and he didn't get his head in the wrong position at all here. I don't think it's a head clash. I just think it's the impact he makes with Ben Hannon. Right shoulders and neck, again a concern.
Well, that's a familiar sight that we see all too often. In fact, just last Sunday, the first thing the trainer did was destabilize the neck of the player on the ground, and then of course all of these people are trained at exactly what has to be done in this situation. We'll take a break. It's 10-6 the Broncos. So as we come back via Spider Cam, it looks to be good news, because Jordan Kahu has regained his feet. He's jogging back into position. He's had a big year so far. He represented the World All-Stars at the start of the year. He won a Peter Sterling medal, actually, Jordan, back in 2009. In the same year, he captained that famous School to Victory, Kebra Park. And they won the Arrive Alive Cup back in that year, 2009. So we've got 10-6 in this enthralling clash. The rematch of the 2015 Grand Final. And Parker it is that plays the ball. They've had all the ball, Brisbane. 10-6 they lead.
Well, it's wonderful to see Jordan Kahu back in the line-up out there as Ben Hunt finds Gillett, quick hands, and James Roberts. You'd imagine Ethan Lowe and Michael Morgan will be taking him on as soon as they get an opportunity to.
So Ben Hunt is able to snap a kick just in front of a would-be tackle from Gavin Cooper. Here's Coop off his left foot and just pushing Milford away. Play by Coot on his 40-metre line. They're in Central Park. And here's O'Neill. Completions 12 from 15 Broncos, 11-13 from Cowboys. We're at the 33rd minute. And we're on tackle 3 now, completed. Getting up gingerly over there is Kyle Felt. He played it just as gingerly, actually. Born in Townsville. Played juniors at Townsville. Now he's a hero in Townsville. Granville goes on. Cowboys make a bust. Morgan's got the ball. He's tackled 9 metres out. Granville again. Blindside to Lowe. Lowe goes for the line. Is he held up? Check it. Is he held up is the question. Jared Sutton.
He thinks try.
Last tackle, Bernie.
He's asking the touch. Have you got anything?
We're looking at the same
He
thing,
thinks
mate.
it's a
Grounding,
try.
but he's retained it all the way.
Well, they did go down that side a couple of times in
Moving
that
sure
set
the
of
Cowboys
6.
retained possession and ground the ball for a try.
And they've actually gone down the side where they were 1 short, because Kyle Felt is leaving the field now with the trainer. And Ethan Lowe has done it all himself. Paul hasn't touched the ground yet. No, it hasn't touched the ground. That's no try.
That's got to be no try. It's
Milford.
not touched the ground.
Milford's got his right hand under there.
And did he lose it at any stage into Milford?
Looking at camera 5 in the bottom left to determine whether he maintains possession.
There. It's a knock on.
This is almost a repeat of that try disallowed for Matt Gillett at the other end of the ground.
The other one wasn't knocked on. This one was, I reckon.
But even
We've
if
seen
he
camera 5 in the
didn't,
bottom
watch
left
this
that
hand go
possession
under
is
there.
lost and it contacts the defender.
Yeah, but
Have a decision and going to the board.
The first thing is the knock on, so it's no try.
So it'll be a scrum restart. What tackle were we on? It was 5, was it? So that's the end of the tackle count. Kyle Felt is coming off. Felt coming off at the 34th minute. Broncos leading by 4.
Which will mean some sort of reshuffle, because the man coming out is Scott Bolton.
Wait for the whistle. Zero tackle.
Gavin Cooper, he can play out wide feet, the centres.
But gee, you don't want to move him from that left side, do you, really? Break up that partnership with Thurston.
So at the moment, this is living up to the expectations that I think everybody was looking for when they next came together on this Good Friday night, some 6 months later.
Well, they pushed Michael Morgan out wide, outside of Ethan Lowe, and playing Rory Kostjason closer to the right. Gillett now. Willie gets through. 22 out.
So to the middle they go through McCulloch and Blair for Parker. And Parker is 12 out. 35 minutes coming up. Penalty Broncos. They're leading by 4.
Slide on, mate.
Going for 2.
So they're going to take the 2.
They go out to a converted try lead. How far are we out from half time? Too far.
Yeah, 5 minutes, Pete.
So So Matt Scott staying in the tackle too long. Aaron Molan down on the sideline. Aaron?
Ray, we obviously saw Jordan Kahu in pretty bad way before. The NRL's actually just gone over and spoken to the Broncos camp, and he has been called off for a head injury assessment. So we'll keep you updated on that.
Okay. Nothing on Kyle Felt, Aaron, at this stage?
Not as yet, Ray, not as yet. We think it's concussion, though.
Okay, thank you.
I actually saw the trainer touch his head in reference to the sideline with Kyle Felt, and that would support what Aaron has to report there, that it's possibly a concussion as well, despite the fact he limped off also.
Well, I listen to you fellows every weekend, and I'm deducing from these kicks they're taking, the Broncos, and I know that the great man Jack Gibson and his offsider Ron Massey would always say take the two. This is what happened to Felt. And the 16 goes in with a swinging arm. That is off a Hingawi. Just to complete that. It's a bit of a confidence booster for the Cowboys, though, Paul.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's 3 penalties now that the Broncos have taken. So, you know, the Cowboys, I think, well, you know what? We're going all right here. We're holding them out. They're paying us some respect.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If you take everything into consideration, if you feed all the statistics into the computer, you wouldn't be overly worried at 6 down with 37 gone. Adam Blair playing the ball inside the 30-metre line, and offloaded Parker through McCulloch and Thaiday. The hair much shorter these days. McCulloch again. Milford, and turning it back in for Offa Hingawi. Right in the middle of the park here at Suncorp. Parker. He ran to the 10-metre line. They didn't actually come up at him at all. As Milford puts one end on end, and it should beat the fullback to the line, and it does. We've got 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Wayne Bennett, of course, losing that grand final was the first one he's lost, I think, since he was a partner coach, co-coach with Don Furner in '87. '87, famous grand final, Paul.
Yeah, I think Manly won that one.
Yeah, cricket ground. Who was the captain?
That's it. One of the great days in the Manly history.
Paul Green played in a grand final for Cronulla, the Super League grand final in 1997.
Was here.
I thought it was at ANZ.
Thought it was here.
No, I think it was at Queen Elizabeth Stadium out at ANZ.
Oh, yeah, they shifted it down to ANZ late. Yep.
What? This ground, they moved it. So you're right and I'm wrong. Marvellous sidestep from Horton. Hammond is with the ball. Now, Scott. Churning out some meters again. Granville on to Morgan, who was in at first receiver. He puts it down over Boyd, but then it sort of sits down with backspin. And Boyd is taken. 10 out from his line. This is a grind. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is a hell of a grind. We're watching at Suncorp tonight in front of what we fancy as a crowd around the 50,000 mark. That's Roberts. He's made a couple of line breaks tonight.
Yeah, I like a couple of line breaks, and he's gone in again looking for work. He hasn't done that in the first few games. There's a good run there. Excellent run. Offa Hingawi.
Milford steps again. Keep stepping, boy. It's Milford showing the ball. 12 metres out from the line. Isn't he an exciting player? End of the tackle count, changeover.
Oh, he's a ripper. Absolute ripper. Got it all. Strong tackle on the end too.
Let the legs go. Go one.
Granville. And here's a good effort from Kyle Linnett. He's had a fairly quiet night although I suppose in attack they have had a quiet night. They haven't seen much ball. But half-time is with us. He's an excitement machine, isn't he, Milford? Absolute excitement machine. He and Hunt got 25 between them last year. And Brad Fittler out in the middle.
Corey Parker, how's it feel out there? Yeah, mate, it's a high quality game of footy. It's quick. We expected that, so we're going to aim up again for another 40. Your halves have been playing fantastic so far. Yeah, they have, mate. They've been taking the line on, which is what they're really good at. So hopefully we can lay a platform for them next half and they can do the same. Good luck in the second half. Cheers, mate.
KFC half-time is on the way. The half-time score. 16-12 is a fairly common scoreline with these two. In week one of the finals, Brisbane beat the Cowboys 16-12, and it was 16-12 at half-time in the big one.
You're predicting something, Ray?
I'm just saying, watch out for 16-12.
Sounded like a prediction.
And I'm not going to play roulette. So here we go with the second half of the grand final rematch, with Brisbane running right, left, and Cowboys, of course, in their predominantly grey away strip.
Well, he'd like that restart over. Corey Parker, he seemed to miss-hit that kick, and second tackle, now third tackle. Cowboys are already 35 metres out, although Gavin Cooper is getting pushed back 5 metres, taking out Jonathan Thurston in the process.
So on 3 tackles, it's gone back to Scott Bolton. What a warrior he's been for the Cowboys. And now for Ben Hannant to have a charge. It takes us through to 5, and now to the last. And the ball off Lachlan Coote, going down to bounce up for Lachlan Maranta. 4 tries beside his name against the Cowboys last year. So this is Eden.
He's been lively.
He has been lively. He's been in absolutely the right place at the right time. And here's Sam Thaiday now. 35 out from his line. And McCulloch sweeps it away. Off of Hengawi is with the ball. 12-6 the score. Opening set of the second half for Brisbane. Play by Parker. Then for Hunt. And Cooper went in to make the tackle, but then he basically pulled out of it. And Kyle Felt is back out there. As we pointed out, on the 20-metre line, his own end. Low running a decoy for O'Neill. This athletic centre three-quarter from Melbourne to the North Queensland Cowboys. That's his centre partner, Kyle Linnett, former Rooster. Cost Jason turning it in for Bolton. Thurston. Cooper. They're like Siamese twins, aren't they? Cooper and Thurston. And this ball is going to go into touch. Off the boot of Thurston, down in that southeastern corner.
Sounds like a new beer coming out of Cooper and Thurston.
Well done, Paul. Love the stuff you bring to the table. The football menu, let's get back to that. Dragons, Panthers at Wynn tomorrow. Thursday night, Manly, Dragons, Panthers at Wynn Stadium, Wollongong. On Sunday, what did I say? Tomorrow, of course. Thursday night, Manly versus the Rabbits at Brookvale, and Friday night, Titans, Broncos down at Seabus Stadium.
I saw an interview earlier by Sam Burgess, he said he had his first hit out today at training run. He said he's hoping to play against Manly next Thursday night, but I hope he doesn't rush it, because he copped a pretty hefty knock.
It's understandable, I would imagine, coming from the 87 captain.
Yeah, we're actually going to hear that interview post-match.
This is Alex Glenn. Forgetting a Saturday. My God, I wish I could forget a lot of Saturday. Here's Hunt going away. Boyd is with the ball. Thurston's with Boyd. 12-6 the score.
I just got that one.
I know, we're down to the keeper. We're down to fine leg. Anyway, well done.
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Here's Hunt. Sprints, gets the ball away. And this is Roberts. Roberts got rid of one, goes through. Oh, very close, not there. My God, that was blinding speed.
Oh, he is good, isn't he? He's showing tonight what we've seen him do the last couple of years. Nearly got there.
Coot again.
Yeah, but with pace comes power, doesn't it? And that's, he's exploded. When he made the break for the try, it was through power to get through the defenders into space. And he had work to do there, but what a tackle from Lachlan Coote. Try saver, no doubt.
Dare I say it, but maybe James has been reading the papers. He's turned on the afterburners a few times tonight. Now for Kahu.
Turnover there from Ethan Lowe.
20 metres out, chance for the home side. McCulloch. And McCulloch sprints through a little gap. Pulled down by Coote again. Penalty. And it's a flop against Jason. But Coote's contribution again was outstanding.
Yeah, not that way, he's not.
You could say that he saved 2 tries in the space of 60 seconds.
And Corey Parker was praying for 10 minutes in the bin. Someone's got to go, he's saying to the ref.
I don't think he's wrong.
No.
I'll deal with it, mate.
Yeah, you can't just keep blowing penalties. It's a fair question.
Well, he can.
I suppose
And
he
he
can.
will.
It's his whistle.
But it depends whether they keep 12 out or
It's my
13
whistle.
out there.
I'll do what I like with it.
But here it is. So it's a one-on-one tackle. Great tackle again by Coote. And it was coming in late. Is it Lowe that came in late? No, Cross Jason.
It's Cross Jason.
Yeah, came in late.
Look at Corey Parker here with the 10 fingers.
Yeah.
What about the bin, sir?
No, he did it twice. He wanted 20. He was greedy.
Brad Fittler, a comment on that.
Well, this has been happening the last couple of years where sides are just so willing to give away penalties in their own 10. Referees are very reluctant to sin bin anyone in that type of area. So I think, you know, to Wayne Bennett and the Broncos, I think it's a super smart idea. Every time someone penalises, make them pay 2 points.
That may be so, but I always thought the professional foul was a sin bin offence, and we don't seem to use it for what it was meant for. So Corey Parker, as Brad points out, he takes another presentation too. So they've scored 1 try, and they're out to 14-6. 5 goals on the board for Corey Parker.
And 4 of those penalties. And if they don't take them and don't score tries, then it's 6-all. So they're probably smarter than we are.
Wouldn't be difficult, but anyway.
It's not a stretch.
Stay behind
Oh, it's good to be back.
Missed you for 20 years. So Kyle felt, oh, it's gone out on the full. If you play with fire, you're bound to get burnt.
He was running over to his wing. He thought the kick was fine and looked up, couldn't believe what had just happened.
Well, I made the mention earlier that he gets such height. He's a Pat Richards kicker. But that's cleared the baseline easily. So the Broncos immediately go back onto the attack. And this is Alex Glenn. 10 metres out. And early tackles on this set. Corey Parker driven hard by Granville. So McCulloch goes to the right side. Hunt works with Offahengawi. There are a couple out. 3 gone. Right side play. Gillett puts it down. Picked up out there by
Out here, boys.
Linnett.
Shot clock on.
The really big tackles in there from Jake Granville.
Yeah.
Head on going low. 2 in a row, just driving in low and picking the man up. Followed one with another. So what's the technique here? Comes in, drives. There's the mistake, the next play.
So the footy show on Wednesday night. Erin takes a VIP tour of the Panthers' new Rugby League Academy, and Aussie rock legends, the Living End. They'll perform live. The footy show with the Fat Man and Darryl and Erin and Bo. Wednesdays now at 8:30. And it's with Scott Bolton bringing it across towards Michael Morgan. And play is just on the Cowboys side of halfway. Down by 8, but the tries are level. Asiata is out there now. And Hannah, Thurston, Morgan cuts out low, goes to O'Neill. He can run. Can he what? Oh, Felder's put it down. Wouldn't Brisbane have loved to have heard that back in October?
They're saying, why didn't he do that in the grand final? Oh, it's a great play by the Cowboys. They found some space. A couple of defenders came in. That's a great fend there by O'Neill. Oh, wow, it's a sitter. I'm not sure if he would have scored.
No,
I think the defence was there to put him into touch. But look at this from O'Neill. Great fend. See you later, champ.
Yeah, I think he passed a little bit early. Darius Boyd, I think he would have made the tackle anyway. But again, it's a night of missed opportunities. Gillett dropping the ball, 4 tackle at the other end moments ago. North Queensland in good position there. Don't hold on to the football. Greg Eden tackled now 15 out in front of his own posts.
So Parker to the 20-metre line. This match being played out in front of almost capacity house at Suncorp, Australia's best league stadium. Only one grand final rematch has drawn more than 50,000. It was Broncos Dragons in 1993. It's the second year of 9 starting its coverage of the NRL or the Winfield Cup or whatever it was back in those days. Here is Lachlan Coote with the ball. Just inside the 20-metre line. And it's O'Neill now who spins out of McCulloch. So Corey Parker comes to the benches. And this is Antonio Winterstein. So Ben Hannon, it's that big frame, rumbling up the middle. He's 8 metres short, he'll play it for Granville. Granville to Asiata, then to Thurston. Cut out ball, they've isolated a winger. Pulled down quickly by Hunt, who goes away ringing at his right hand. And Thurston goes high. Boyd in from the deep, takes it well. Taken by Granville.
It was a very important tackle made by Ben Hunt a second ago. James Roberts had come in to put some pressure on, left a big hole there, and Ben Hunt covered a fence. Really good tackle. Darius Boyd's been terrific tonight. Really, really good. Some of his, here it is here. Ben Hunt just came over after the gap was created. Darius has been absolutely outstanding, especially in the bringing the ball back department and taking the ball up the middle of the ruck on quite a few occasions.
Ben showing it and going then to Milford. That's forward to Boyd.
It's not an easy task to get right, this one, when you're running on that 45-degree angle, to be able to get the body turned back enough to deliver the ball backwards. You've really got to get it right. It's a small margin of error, and he was never turned anywhere near enough for that to go anywhere but forward.
So some running repairs there for Corey Parker back in the Broncos sheds. Now they go wide very quickly, and Thurston goes across to Linnett. Halfway line for the Cowboys. They're down by 8. And Cooper it is now. 3 Broncos. Maguire, Fido, and Wallace is out there. Granville draws them in. But Roberts shut it down. Cooper, Hannant just outside 20. Running up towards the southern end of the ground. And it's Granville going to Coote, and Coote 10 metres out now. Taken again over there by Gillett. Thurston rolls it in. Oh, to try for Morgan. He will bounce up from anywhere. Michael Morgan. He might well have saved them in the grand final, and he might well have saved them here tonight.
That's what kickers love to do. Get a ball somewhere around those padding on the posts so that this can happen for you. On the Harvey Norman replay, glances off the padding there straight into the arms of Michael Morgan. They needed that, the Cowboys. We're about to have a 2-point ball game. And Jonathan Thurston combining in a different way this time with his 5'8", Michael Morgan. 4 defenders there, but Morgan the best placed.
Poor old Darius, he finishes up cuddling the protective padding at the bottom of the uprights.
Yeah, well, he couldn't run through the post to get to the ball, so perfectly placed there from Thurston. This is a mere formality in front of the sticks. We've got a ball game on our hands, boys.
Did you say around 16-12 was a...
Yeah, 16-12 I think was the final score in the week 1 of the finals, and then it was the halftime score in the big one from memory. I'm just looking at David to confirm it. And Michael Morgan, is he up to his old tricks? 14-12.
Well, they've scored 2 tries to 1 now. That's still trail. That's come at a time where it'll give them a real lift. 15 into the second half. 25 to go. Quality teams precariously placed, just the way we like these games.
He scored a hat-trick of tries in the round 10 clash of last year, which the Cowboys won quite easily. So there's no newcomer to scoring tries against Brisbane. Michael Morgan, now Jason Taumalolo. Now can Brisbane respond? It is with Gavin Cooper and Thaiday and Hunt combined with Roberts to make that tackle. Taumalolo, Asiata, then Thurston, then a decoy low, on from Morgan, down to Felt, pushes away 1, looks to unload, goes to ground. He's 20 metres out from the line. They're going back in that southerly direction, and Thurston kicks. He's looking for Big Cooper. Cooper's got the ball, and he's just a centimetre short.
Well, they're in the groove now, the Cowboys. From side to side, creating all sorts of drama out wide for the Bronx. And Cooper very nearly got there. And the Broncos, it's 4 or 5 of them, hands on hips. Near the goal post, they're all right now.
Almost an hour of the game gone.
I should point out to our viewers too, in that instance you are allowed to tackle the man in the air. It's an attacking player coming through, as it was in Gavin Cooper. That's Darius Boyd, another carry.
Nicarima's there for the Broncos. That's Maguire in the head bandage. Then Nicarima away from Asiata to the halfway line. Granville eventually, together with Hannant, making the tackle. Thaiday, Hunt, right foot stabbing kick down to Thurston.
It's a shot.
Back now for Coote to join in again.
I have no idea what Ben Hunt was trying to do with that kick.
Wallace making the tackle on Coote. Those bright pink shoes on Winterstein. And it's come away to the halfway line again with Morgan, who tries to go through Glenn and Maguire. Now for Taumalolo, and he runs at Nicarima. He pulls him down the park like an articulated vehicle. Here's Thurston. Circling, looking, challenging. 22 out. They're 2 behind the Premiers. And here's Morgan Rolls it in, and Barriers has got it covered. No goalpost in the road that time. And the 10 is about to come back in. That's Adam Blair. Sam Thaiday retires behind the dead ball line down at the Milton Road end. Now it's Glenn.
Yeah, it is generally the way after you score points that the body language favours the team that has. And with the right, Paul, certainly North Queensland look better in that department.
Milford now. And he got away from Asiata originally. The ball back to Roberts, taken by Thurston. Quick play the ball. Nicarima had to nick in there and get it away. It's gone to Hunt's boot. And it goes bouncing away to Felt on his own 20, now outside the 30. An hour of the game gone. First tackle Cowboys on this set. O'Neill almost halfway. 14-12 the score in favour of the Broncos. 2 tries to 1. The Cowboys leading in that department. Here's Thurston now. He chips. It's gone over Boyd, and Boyd does the smart thing. He goes down and surrenders. Back on his own line. This is Maranta. 10-metre line, his end. That's Wallace.
Yeah, that's a good run. Lots of players looking tight around him. Well done, Jared Wallace.
Kahu picked out by Taumalolo. Tamo is back out there. Now Maguire. Josh takes it on his own. Milford coming to the line side. Kick ahead for Glenn to put it down the ground. Now it's with Winterstein. Cowboys back on their own 20-metre line. That's Linnett. Ooh, Wallace. There's a swinging arm. Oh, Cooper. Hit by Gillett. That did rattle him up a little bit. Now for Linnett. In the 40-metre, there's Cooper. He's okay. Big, wiry, bony. Played by Taumalolo. Granville for Thurston. Thurston taken by Blair. Referee standing on top of it. Ball comes down 10 metres out from Brisbane's line. It's with Jordan Kahu. Brisbane now copping a bit of what they handed out earlier in the game.
Yeah, this is really good stuff now. It's very physical. Both teams can see the finish line and doing their best to be in front when they reach it. And they're looking to do it physically. Strong tackle from Granville down low there again.
Kahu came away holding the lower part of his left arm. Eden will play it on the last. And back to the boot of Hunt. So Ben drills it down and raked in by Winterstein. He wasn't going to let the ball go past him and then have to make a decision later on. And there's the possession. Well, that's the second half possession. 53% of the time with the Cowboys. I'm just wondering what the overall possession is, because it was up to 69% Broncos.
The last 4 kicks from the Broncos on the 5th tackle have been really ordinary. And I reckon they need to put in a touch deep down in the opposing 20. They need a rest. The Broncos need their 35 seconds, have a little rest.
It's Thurston, they got 3-on-2 over there. And it's Linnett, I fancy. Yes, it is. He'll play the ball on the 30-metre line. He can't play the ball.
Yeah, he's been hurting with James Roberts falling on top of him. But he create numbers, as you pointed out, Ray, and he's a bit concerned about that right shoulder, landed awkwardly on it. First into the gap there, and James Robert rounded him up and over the top of him. Shoulder going into the turf.
So Sunday, I repeat, we go to Wollongong for the Dragons up against the Panthers. You see that 2:30 in Queensland, 3:30 in New South.
Yeah, both last start winners. Tight matches last week. 1 by 2, 1 by 1.
It was a gutsy effort by the Dragons, wasn't it? Fantastic. That was a heavy ground. I reckon that cost South today. Heavy legs, but they've had an extra couple of days to recover by Sunday.
Penrith down 22-12 at half-time against
Great
Brisbane
effort.
and win
Great
as well.
effort. Yeah, it was their best game of the year, that's for sure.
Thursday night, Manly and South at Brookvale. And then Titans and Brisbane. Oh, Darius has put it down. It's gone dead.
Yeah, it's a crossbar, Ray.
The crossbar did it.
It doesn't hit it, but boy, it gets in his way.
He's had an unhappy time down there with the framework of the uprights, hasn't he, in the last 5 minutes or so. But now a line dropout, what would have been a 7-tackle set back at the 20.
And the man to look out for, Tama Lalo. His last three, that bloke, his last 3 charges, the North Queensland Cowboys lock, have been absolutely sensational.
There he is.
Here he comes again.
Oh.
So, Taumalolo and Kane Linnett just off the field at the moment. Went off over on the eastern side. Tamo is 15 out, right in front. Here's Granville. Oh, good tackle, Blair. But he's got it back to Tamo. Blair goes in and rattles him up as well. On the back of Boyd. Long ball for Thurston to come off his left foot. 5 out. Granville. Cowboys. Coot. Morgan is over for another try. Hat-trick and the corresponding last year. A double tonight.
5. Try. Want to clear the lead runner on the inside that he doesn't impede the defence sliding.
Well, he certainly doesn't impede Anthony Milford because it's a one-on-one miss. Number 6 on number 6. We'll have to have a look at the lead up to that miss as to whether Brisbane are going to get out of strife here.
Reviewing the play to determine whether the Broncos defender impeded.
Well, there's certainly contact with Ethan Lowe and the defender. But it's a long way away from where the try is scored.
That's the argument. You know, could he have made a difference?
I don't know if it is an
Having reviewed
argument,
the play, the Cowboys lead runner impacts the Broncos defender,
No try.
which reduces his ability to be involved in the defence.
He's okay.
Anthony Milford breathes a huge sigh of
Have a
relief.
decision going to the board.
Bernie Sutton of the opinion the player was denied an opportunity to compete in defence. That may be up for argument, but it's there in red letters. No try. Brad Fittler.
Well, the first thing runners have to understand, you've got to be on their inside shoulder. And yes, I do think he did impede, because what he took away was Milford's inside support. You know, if Alex Glenn isn't impeded, he's yelling at Milford, I've got your inside, I've got your inside, I've got your inside. This is when he'd be saying it right now, I've got your inside, I've got your inside. And then he can just cover the outside. It's an easier tackle. He was impeded. Run on the inside shoulder, not on the outside shoulder.
All of the responsibility is on the decoy runner. Has to avoid contact at all costs because it'll go against you every time. Alex Glenn now taking it towards his own 30. Another missed opportunity.
And we are getting down to the pointy end now. 15 minutes to go. And 14 plays 12. I was thinking it would be impossible to recreate October 4, and it more than likely is, but my goodness, this is starting to smell like it. Here's Blair and Maguire. So Josh Maguire will play the ball just outside the 30-metre line. Friday night, Good Friday night on 9. the home of rugby league. And it's come away and gone through Boyd, and then a tapper. It's gone over the touchline with Eden. Might have travelled forward off Kahu's tap.
I'll take the score, Matty.
There's a risky play there by the Bronx, but well defended as well by the Cowboys. Geez, I just admire the physicality of the players and the strength of the players and the way they play the game these days, Rav said. It's unbelievable. The G-forces at which they hit out there is incredible.
Let's go, Broncos. You need to get there.
White Water Sports on Sunday, 10:30 New South, 9:30 Queensland, hosted by Emma Freedman and John Stephenson, and features an interview with EPL superstar Harry Kane. And then the Sunday Footy Show, live on Sunday, special guest host David Clemmer and Dylan Napa. I'm going to keep them apart. And 11:30 New South Wales, 10:30 Queensland. So it could be interesting Sunday morning with Clemmer and Napa guest hosting. And we've got Ben Hannant now playing the ball in the middle. Here's Scott. Gone for his final spell. 2-point margin. Just what they wanted. Just what the fans across Australia wanted. Played then by Taumalolo and Granville, and then Coote rolls one in, and Morant has got a little bit of work to do. Swerves, gets around one, gets it back into the field of play, doesn't he?
That's just about the play of the night.
Hold 10.
That is incredible stuff by Lachlan Morant.
Well, you had to feel for him last year in the grand final, not being in the 17. He was their leading try scorer with 15. And this is just great stuff. What a difference that is, keeping the football to a line drop out, giving it back.
So Josh Maguire, just outside the 30-metre line. I meant to respond to an email from a viewer down in Adelaide. They are apparently getting it down there on Gem. And he sent me a very thankful email. I'm happy that rugby league community down there are now getting some football. That's good. 14-12 the score here. Aaron Moller on sideline.
Ray, Kane Linnett is off. Now, the club is being a little bit mum on what the problem is, but they're icing his shoulder. It doesn't look so great for him.
That really wasn't the play there from Anthony Milford. It's 10-12 to go. You've just got to drive that deep out down into the corner instead of trying to manufacture the big play. He's allowed North Queensland down his end, and Matt Scott takes it even closer.
Oh, Thurston's pass in for Morgan, and Lowe is there to support, and Ethan Lowe goes in to score off a final pass from Morgan, but a gem of a ball from Thurston.
Yeah, brilliant play from the Cowboys. They are so good, the Cowboys. Jonathan Thurston, lovely pass back on the inside. But Pete, their kicking game, the Broncos' kicking game, it's going to cost them this match. I reckon it cost them the grand final in the last 10 minutes. They put in 4 grubbers that went nowhere. They've done it again tonight. But look at this play. Beautifully manufactured. Golden.
That's why they're the premiers. That's why they're the premiers. What's that? Well, have a look at this fellow. This is your try scorer, Ethan Lowe. And the scoreboard, Cowboys 16 to 14 and 3 tries to 1. It's now 18-14 with the conversion from the superstar. Brad Fittler sideline again.
I've got no doubt the way the Broncos are playing is a real reaction to the grand final last year. If you remember, they tried to close the game out after they got to 16-12 in the 43rd minute. And twice on the fifth tackle in the last 10 minutes, they've tried to run it and come up with a big play. And you can't do that against the premiers.
Try scorer either's just had or about to have a birthday as well, Ethan Lowe. Really coming on, a young player. And Michael Morgan, again, just strength around the hips to burst through the tackle there of Wallace.
Ethan Lowe comes from the home of Gunsing, the Gundawindi Grey. So there's two superstars that have come out of Gundawindi.
Yeah, he's a mighty fine player, actually, really good. And a handy goal kicker.
Christian name tends to make me think there's some Celtic in it.
Stop it. That'll do, mate.
Well, okay, scoff if you like, but scoff at your own peril. This ball down for Miranda. He's not doing what he did earlier this time. Taken by Coop.
Well, there's the difference in the kicking game that we're talking about. When you need to get it right, that man on screen, Jonathan Thurston, will do exactly that for you. Hard kick 30 metres out to get it in the right spot. The chase is excellent. Again, Coot's been fantastic tonight. But to get that right takes hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. When you need it, you call upon it. The short restart here from the Broncos works. Yes, well done.
Alex Glenn picking up the crumbs. He's lost the ball.
Easy, Anthony.
Felt and Kahu are entangled in the middle of that. But it again is extinguished in just a push and shove.
Well, we've got the shot clock on, so that'll break things up fairly quickly. Yeah, it's just good, strong contact there, forces the ball loose. It was a brave restart and a successful one for Brisbane, but unfortunately they didn't capitalise by maintaining possession.
Well, they've got 10 seconds to form the scrum or they'll get penalised, the Bronx.
Heads in. Shot clock off. Joe, give us that.
So here we go again. Over to the left. And it was Gavin Cooper who played the ball 16 metres away from the Brisbane line. Taumalolo. 5 metres out from the line. They've got 3. Here's Thurston pushing it into Coot. And he loses the ball getting up. Shot it off for Brisbane.
Shot clock is still going. Shot clock still runs. Shot clock still runs. Form up. Yeah, I will, Matty. Yep.
He's saying that even though the game clock has stopped, the shot clock doesn't stop. I think that's...
Hold 10, Matty. Hold 10.
The best way to describe it. Here's a break. Made by Milford. Who else would make the break? He gets to the way to Roberts. He's a flyer. There goes James Roberts. Don't blink, you won't see him. Roberts scores to the adulation of the crowd at the Caxton Street end.
Well, Anthony Milford goes down the short side after a mistake from Lachlan Coote. And he beats Jonathan Thurston with the fend, and James Roberts, he was going half pace on the outside, but he hit the afterburners for the last little bit, and most importantly, with that speed, is able to take it closer to the posts for an easier conversion for Corey Parker.
Yeah, even Wayne Bennett got out of his seat. That's how good it was. Ah, poor old Lachlan Coote. How will he be feeling? And James Robert, he's had his best game by far in the Broncos jumper tonight, famous Broncos jumper.
The stage is starting to look very similar.
4.5 to go.
You could see the disappointment there on the face of Jonathan Thurston. He knows that he missed the tackle. Allowed Milford to get through. They didn't lead for long, the visitors.
He knew. So Corey Parker to raise the flags and give them the lead, and he's done it. It's 20 points to 18 in front of 50,000. The Broncos leading the Cowboys. The runners-up from last year in front by 2 with 4 minutes to go.
Well, I think you've got to go to short kickoff here. I think they've got to take a chance here and try and get the football back straight away from the restart. Turn it into a 50-50. Although he looks like he's going along, Felt.
Here's the kick from Felt. One of them went dead earlier tonight. It was Josh Maguire, taken by Hannon. 10 metres out from their own line. And that looks like Oppa Hungawi, who play it on the 20. They're coming down the middle. They're keeping it simple. Parker on 30. Something similar again with Boyd putting his hand up for a bit of work. Then Nikorima. Now Milford stepping, and Tamo wrestles him down. To the right side for Hunt, and then across the face for Roberts. He puts a kick in, Roberts. They're after it, but Coots got the ball. Spreads it back quickly to Felt, and Felt will play the ball 15 out from his own line. 2-point ball game, Broncos leading Cowboys. But the Cowboys 3 tries to 2. Crowd figure for you, 46,176. So there's a little bit of misinformation delivered there. As Granville gets the ball away to Morgan. Morgan a quick play the ball, a quick scurry by Granville. Runs back to the middle, crosses the 30, goes to Thurston. That might be knocked on there by the Broncos. It is at 6 more tackles. They've come back to the number 1, Coot, and Coot will play the ball. 25 out from the line. Tamo striding to within 12 metres of the line. Gets it away. Granville for Lowe, and Lowe had Taumalolo outside him. Played for Granville. He goes out here to O'Neill. And it's a penalty.
Another penalty.
It's a penalty to the Cowboys.
Jonathan Thurston to kick to even it up.
Can you believe what's happening here?
Yes, I can with these two teams.
That's what they're doing.
Of course they are. A minute and a half to go. We might be going for a little bit longer tonight. Jake Granville again out of dummy half.
Oh, Pete, how good is he?
Yeah,
he's so smart. He's got speed. Very, very good player.
Can you believe this? The sequel is as good as the original. And I think I said it'd be impossible to recreate it.
How far is he going to bring this back right to left, Ray?
He's 11 metres in from touch. He's on the 20. Listen to the crowd.
Hasn't wasted any time.
Thurston, he's got it. Thurston brings it around. The scoreboard is level. With 40 seconds to go, Broncos and Cowboys are dead level.
Oh, it's brilliant stuff. What a magnificent game of rugby league.
Wow.
Oh, who wins?
They just eat the pressure up, don't they? They just eat it up.
Just clear the wall and they contact on the kicker. I'll take markers. You're offside, like Wiz. Get behind it.
So in the last 5 minutes, they stop the clock following tries. That's why it's been on the 79-17.
The big question is, can the Cowboys get down far enough to have a shot at the field goal?
And this is Asiata on the 20-metre line. 20 seconds of regular time remaining. James Tamo held on the 30-metre line. So to Morgan, dummies, runs, goes to Lowe. Lowe gets it back to Granville. Granville gets it away. Knocked on by Broncos.
Play on.
I thought it was knocked on. That was Nicarima there.
That's it.
Referee, I think somebody's tipped to him now, but he's called full time. He's called the end of regular time.
Eventually, Wiz. Goes you eventually, mate. Just get a drink, mate.
They've played once before, and you know when it was, in Golden Point. The grand final, of course, and won by the Cowboys. After that kickoff that was so unfortunately dropped by young Ben Hunt. It's been 91 Golden Point games. This will be 92 Golden Point games since it was introduced in 2003. 51 of those games decided by a field goal.
And on that subject, we've seen Anthony Milford with a couple, I think, at least one this season so far. Obviously Ben Hunt was decent in that department. Thurston, Lachlan Coote.
Here's the toss.
Your call, John. Your toss, Corey. Right, so which way do you want to run? Right, you kick that way, Jonathan.
So, the record of Golden Point matches for these two clubs. Brisbane, 13 games for 7 wins. 3 losses, 3 draws. North Queensland, 13 games, 7 wins. 5 losses, 1 draw.
I find that interesting when the toss goes up and the call is made as to which way the team is going to call. Corey Parker won that and decided to receive, to give his team the first opportunity to score. The pressure now is for them not to make a mistake. In that set, they give up field position, but they get the football. And you can't win unless you've got the football.
That's right, and hoping to get a penalty maybe along the way.
What do you think's going through his mind?
Don't kick it to me.
Well, he's got to be careful here, Kyle Felt. He's already put one dead over the dead ball line as well. So
he's standing exactly where he was, relatively, at ANZ Stadium at around about the same time of the night on October 4 last year. And Felt has put a kick up, but Boyd said, "I'll take it." And Offa-Hengari comes away. They only get it 3 metres into the field of play. It's 20-all, and we're in Golden Point on Good Friday. Same 2 sides, exactly the same side, playing for the Cowboys, the premiers. Brisbane then, on their 3rd tackle, are inside the 30. Parker beyond it. Blair. So they're in the middle of the ground, and 5 tackles gone for Brisbane. Hunt gets a kick away. It's ricocheted, and the referee is ordered offside.
well, this is unusual. I thought it came off a Cowboys play. But if he's in front of the kicker...
in front of the kicker within 10 metres.
Josie,
Exactly right.
not play that. He's in front of the kicker.
Not
He's
played.
not placed on side.
Stay with him. He very seldom gets it wrong this way.
Well, this is major trouble for the Bronx.
Not played out.
Time on.
Because at some stage in the next set of 6, they will be in position to have a crack at the field goal.
And they'll need to be careful, the Broncos, that they don't overread it when it comes to Thurston and Coote, because Granville will be looking for another opportunity to get out of dummy half against the defence that's racing up, concentrating on someone else.
to the middle of the ground, 22 metres out. Thurston giving it to Scott, who in turn goes to Lowe. Jonathan is wide to the left. And they send Asiata back. 10 metres out, right in front. They come right, here's Granville, here's Morgan, a long ball. He's forward past the felt. I thought it was on again.
Shot clock on. Shot clock on.
And Jonathan Thurston had his arms out wide then. He was expecting the football. He was tucked in behind the play of the ball with a free shot. And they went wide, and that part, got that right. Jonathan Thurston not happy.
Shot clock still running. Head in, Lachlan. Head in, Lachlan. Oh, boys, let's go, Lachlan.
So Milford working a scrum 10 out from his own line. That's Eden having his legs chopped from under him by Asiata and Granville. Now Nikarima swerves around Granville. Takes it out to the 20-metre line. It's 20 points all. You're watching Golden Point between last year's grand finalists. 46,500 people. Blair played the ball. This is Hunt with his right foot, driving it low, and Felt it is that takes it on the boots. So Kyle is taken by a bloodied Maguire. And now it's O'Neill jammed by Blair. Tidied up by Offahingal on the 40-metre line. Winterstein tries to go through the middle. There's nothing there. Here's Scott. That was forward to Taumalolo.
It was.
40 metres out. Not called. Forward for mine. Scott, Asiata, Thurston, Lowe tries to breast his way through.
Thurston's ready.
Out. And last tackle, Jonathan's going. Oh, I thought he was going. Now he puts a chip kick over the top. Down into the corner. Eden's got some work to do. Right back into the field of play. Thurston scores! Jonathan Thurston is claiming a try.
No try.
No try is the call from the ref.
Knock on from Cowboys.
He might knock this back, but might knock it forward in knocking it back.
He didn't panic,
It's maybe
Thurston, did
confirm
he?
that the Cowboys are onside.
Now, if he's knocked that back onto his knee,
Which it looks like it
To
has.
determine whether the Cowboys knock on.
it doesn't matter if it's gone forward because it's a knockback originally. Hang on here. Just hold the phone here. He's onside, Kyle Felt.
This ain't over yet. Does he knock it backwards? Eden plays a part. He looks to play at the ball. Here's Felt. He's in the field of play.
He knocks it backwards into his body. I think that's fine as long as Thurston picks it up.
Oh, no, he's knocked it on.
Knocked it on.
Thurston,
It's rolled. He's knocked it on.
Thurston has rolled it himself into the in goal.
I think you're right, Pete. He has knocked it back into his, left foot. Then it's gone forward. That's okay. And then Thurston in trying to gather it. Watch the ball roll
Based on the
there.
line
There it
decision
is.
of no try, we need to find sufficient evidence if we are to overturn the decision.
I'm fine with that. And Greg Eaton has done a great job here to react, get his hand there.
Hang on, has he picked it up and then
Bunker.
from that angle? Good luck, boys.
20 points all.
We've reviewed the decision, have a decision going to the board.
The board.
I'll say no try.
And it is no try. No try. 3 3/4 minutes gone. In the Golden Point.
No, change over.
Yeah, that's a great effort by Greg Eaton to get back and just get his hand in the way. Otherwise, Thurston would have picked it up cleanly.
Brad Fittler sideline.
Just looking at all the players' faces, they can't believe this is happening. They're just laughing. They just can't believe it's all happening again. 20 all, a minute 17 to go. We might have 5 after that. Wow, these two teams can put on a show.
In the words of Wayne Bennett at the end of that grand final, it takes two wonderful sides to provide the entertainment they did tonight. And he might as well say the same thing about this one tonight. His end comment was, we just happen to be the other side. This is Gillett, who's tackled on halfway. And now Maguire. Maguire with a swerve.
Anthony Milford's been the go-to man with the 1 points. And here he goes.
Arena goes back to Milford. He strikes it on the 40-metre line. He's got this thing from 40 metres out. And he had it on a string. Anthony Milford from 40 metres out has landed the drop goal. This is truly incredible. This is stupendous. How do you describe this?
It's one of the great games of rugby league. Absolutely sensational. The players are out on their feet. And Anthony Milford he's a very good long-distance field goal kicker. And from 40-odd metres.
Well, they've looked at it and said there was a knock-on.
Jonathan's still blowing up about the non-try.
Well, I'd have to confirm which one they've ruled on, but it's a knock-on.
Okay, Brad Fittler out in the middle. Yes, Brad.
We're with the man in the moment. How did that feel, Anthony?
Oh, it's awesome. Boys played their hearts out, and we put in a good show for a packed Suncorp Stadium. So, pretty proud of the boys and a good effort from them.
When you're watching the no try down here,